Hello, welcome to the Job Trakr Web tutorial series. In this video tutorial, we will show you how to document moisture task testing. Most of the work will be documented in the plan view of our project. To begin, we will click on the plan and it's going to download the Measure Square plan image. We will walk you through a simple example of a moisture task testing since that's the first part of the process before we can install our flooring products into our project. You will always test the initial condition of the concrete and so forth before you install the flooring. To start, if you look at the top right, you will see the option to add task with a little square icon with a check mark and a plus sign. You will click on it and then click Moisture button. You then can move to the left and place a pin onto the area to start. You will then see a pop-up window to enter in information. This is where you can set up the initial conditions. This big slider is set to the max relative humidity percentage. You can set up the percentage for the products or use the information sheet provided by the manufacturer. For example, if we're doing a sheet vinyl installation, maybe the adhesive calls for 83% or lower moisture for the adhesive to do its job. After we're done with that, we will use the probe and place it into the drilled hole in the concrete at the predetermined depth to make sure we establish the initial value that we need. In this case, we will use half the slab depth. We will be putting 2 inches for the deep hole for the 4-inch slab, and you will see that there is a probe name. We can say the status of this task is open since we just started the job. We will say today is our start date, and we can also assign and watch the task. I'm going to be the one assigned. We could also assign this to another team member if we are a project manager or a field superintendent. We can add a description as well to document the initial readings. Click Save when you're done. You will see now that there is a little probe pin with a blue water droplet in the room. If we click on the pin, we will see the task details for the moisture testing. If you look at the top right, you will see the option Add Reading. This is where you can go in and add a reading. For the relative humidity testing type, you can manually type in your values in each field. We can also access calcium chloride test if needed by clicking on CACL. Let's just focus on our RH testing at this time. Here you can type in the value for RH in the concrete temp, ambient temp, concrete surface temp if you are concerned about the value for epoxy floors, ambient RH, and at the end you will see a timestamp that gets baked in. Once you are done, you can click Save. When I deselect that probe site, the pin is now showing in green within the room, so that is letting me know that the site is ready to go. If it is outside of range, the droplet will show up as red. If you do need to do a follow-up reading, you can just go here, click on Add Reading again. It will timestamp that new reading, and you can take the follow-up reading. Then you can click Save. Within that task detail, you're going to have a reading history that you've completed, and you can click Add Photo to add any photos of your probe site. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for future videos and information for all Measure Square products.